Hello, my name is Griffin,
My name's Eddie.
and today we are going to discuss a topic that many people have dealt with in our government and others, corruption. Now, corruption is prevalent in the U.S. government, among others, but I mean, we have had plenty of, corrupt politicians and has really done our country too good. Two that spring to mind are Huey Long and Boss Tweed. Huey Long was, he was the governor of Louisiana from 1928 to 1932, but, he was, needless to say, not the best governor the state has ever had. He used to intimidate his opponents by firing their relatives from state jobs. He sought to establish tax on newspapers to forbid them from publishing material he deemed, and only he deemed, slanderous. And he basically owned the entire Louisiana government, giving no one else in that governmental chain of Louisiana any power. So he essentially was a dictator of Louisiana for a long time.
So Boss Tweed was a member of the U.S. House of Representatives from New York's 5th District. So what he did really is he took money from the New York government in order to build a courthouse, and he asked for more money than it actually cost using his power, and he kept the extra money for himself and for his own personal gain.
And as we all know, this was the political machine Tammany Hall. Another more infamous U.S. politician is Bud Dwyer. He was a Republican politician from Pennsylvania and held a place in the House of Representatives. And then he was actually elected state treasurer, which is the position he held until he died. And on January 22nd, 1987, Dwyer was one day away from a federal court hearing where basically he was found guilty of taking $300,000 in campaign donations from a computer company. Now, he did this in exchange for a $4 million state contract for said computer company. He was also accused of 5 counts of mail fraud and many other slanderous things. And then what Bud Dwyer is more famous for is during a press conference on January 22nd, he took a revolver out of an envelope that he was holding and took his own life while live cameras were rolling. So, not the best way to go out.
Moving on to a more serious note of dictators, a very popular subject at the time is Kim Jong-un. He is everyone knows, communist leader of North Korea, and he is the definition of corrupt. He has been doing things to his people that just help him personally and hurt all of his people in major ways.
And, I mean, last year in 2015, he executed 15 top North Korean officials alone. So...
yeah, that's just because they talked out against him. He uses his power in ways that it was not supposed to be used, and it is very disgusting what he does to his people. Alright, now I'm going to be doing an interview with Jacob Kettles. So, how has corruption affected you as a person?
It made me trust my government less.
So there's one more question, and that is, can you think of any examples of corruption in your life?
Yeah, a couple days ago, the school board had a snow day and made us go to school.
Alright, thank you, Jacob. That's a great example of corruption.
So, I think that now we have enough evidence to claim that when someone has enough power, they can become corrupt and use their power for bad purposes.
Yeah. So it is obvious that corruption is a problem with many people, and I think the best way to go about this is to distribute the power to the people and make sure it's not in one place, so then the power doesn't get used in the wrong ways.
And then we'd like to know if the listeners think there is any true way to stop corruption.